Hello, Internet. Thank you for joining me in this back workout that I did some time ago. I forget which day. Actually, I think this was last Sunday. Just that occasionally, when I have more time, like on the weekends and such, I'll film my workouts, and then during the work week, I just get them done as quickly as I can. So I don't necessarily remember when I filmed or necessarily even what I did that day. But obviously, today on this particular instance, I did back. And from what I can recall, I do think it was a fantastic workout. Started with my pull ups like normal. Then I did a one arm superset with my chest supported row, supersetted with like this kneeling lat cable row. And then I did my Dana Lynn Bailey pull down. In my phone, I have it listed as DLB pull down. It's basically just like more pulling the D handle down like to your rib cage to get the lower lats, and then then I adjust it and then just hold it kind of normal with a bit of a lean back to more get the upper back. So I sort of like do a superset of that for a couple rounds, and then I do my wide handle cable low row for a couple sets, and then just my standard incline bicep curls, superset with hammer curls. So, well, I guess for somebody that didn't really remember, I remembered the whole dang thing. But yeah, I mean, it went great. Back workout usually does go off without a hitch. It's kind of that one workout. Might be, dare I say it, back day might be my favorite day. It just always seems to go well. I enjoy the selection of exercises more than maybe anything else, where it's like whatever I pick to do or whatever I have to do from alternating things one week here, one week there. I always like the movements anyway. So it's kind of just all across the board. If it's a back exercise, I like it. Not to say that I necessarily dislike anything else, but I think I'm happier. I get more into it because I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit more alive. But, anyways, well, I guess on that topic, as you know, I'm getting into a new job. The first week was a little bit of chaos just because of being out of town and being in a hotel and trying to survive from one minute to the next of eating canned foods and figuring out how to fit in exercise in any way that I could, given that I don't live there, and not necessarily sleeping all that well in a hotel and that kind of thing. So it was like I couldn't really focus on much else, or really think about much else. So it was kind of just on autopilot mode of like, let's just survive until we're home. But like now that I'm home, it's really, I don't know, it's like, wow, it is hard to get back into the swing of like adult living and real life when you've been unemployed, depending on how long you were unemployed for, even shorter periods of time of unemployment. It's an adjustment because you're in this busy mode where you're just always busy. Because if you work full time, you're just always busy. Life is just busy. And then you also feel like you don't even know how to stop when you're in that mode because you're going all day, but then you got all these other things to do, and you have to cook, you have to grocery shop, you have to work out. So you're just always in this mode of like, I'm really busy. And well, then when you're unemployed, you're in this mode of like, I don't have anything to do, I don't have enough to do. And it's like one extreme or the other. It'd be nice to know what it feels like to be middle of the road. I don't know what that would feel like. But anyway, so now, of course, I'm getting back into the just regular full-time 8 to 4:30 gig. And it's hard, I guess, in the sense of, for one, it's hard for me to get used to getting up at like 4:30 in the morning again, because not that I was like sleeping in super late. I'd maybe sleep in until 6, but it's a whole different world when it's when it's before 5. I'll tell you that much. You might think it's not that much, but it is. So I do my workouts typically in the morning. I'm just a morning workout person. I've always been a morning workout person. And so obviously been trying to fit in my sessions in the morning. So I set my alarm for like 4:20. Been doing that this week. And oh, I tell you, like it's hard. And I guess I'm thankful that it's not the coldest, worst times of winter, because I think that would make it even harder. Like the sun is out a bit earlier and this kind of thing. So that certainly helps a little bit, but it's definitely hard to get into the swing of it again. And then, then you're super busy all day, and then you still have to meal prep and bake vegetables and get to the store. So I'm definitely in that mode of every minute of the day I have something I have to do, then I also have to remind myself that it's also important to try to like stop for a second and chill out and relax. Because if I sit long enough and I think about it, like, well, I could do this. I could pre-do this. I could do this early so I don't have to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow I could do this early so I don't have to do it the day after. I'm kind of that kind of person. I'm always preparing, always in prep mode. And then eventually it's like, we have to say, you know what? No matter what you do, if you plan to exist tomorrow, you're going to come up with something you have to do. So how about you just chill out and relax for a bit? No matter what, you're never going to get it all done, I think, is the bottom line. So I'm trying to just kind of put the brakes on it because, I'm feeling kind of worn out and I'm just trying to adjust. And I mean, on that note, I am trying to fit in and still as much exercise as I can. So previously when I was not working, I was consistently working out 5 days a week for weightlifting. Like, I would have my 2 leg days, and then I wouldn't necessarily say 3 upper body days. It just seemed like a consistent rotation where I would be doing, legs, upper cardio, legs, upper cardio, and just keep repeating that. So it would always end up having the 5 days, or maybe if it came around, I would have one extra cardio day. But it was like, I almost always did something. I'd either be doing my intervals on my mountain climber treadmill, or I'd be down here in my gym doing something upper or lower. And then, like, every 14 days, I'd be like, you know what, maybe I'll do nothing. And I would just do yoga and go for a walk. That would be my rest day. And so that's what I was doing when I was not working. I was just exercising a ton. And so now I'm trying to like adjust to it. Mentally, it's hard because it seems like less, but life has other things in it, obviously. So if you're interested or curious what I'm kind of trying to make my split into, obviously 2 leg days, I'm sticking to that. I would never go to 1 leg day. I think I'd go insane. And no matter what, I want one of those leg days to fall on a weekend day so that it's not so rushed. The other leg day I'm putting probably on Tuesdays consistently, and as well as probably having the back day on a Sunday because I enjoy it, and then I could take a little bit longer. Shoulder workouts are usually shorter, so then a 4-day split: leg days Tuesday, shoulders on Thursday, back and legs again on the weekend. And then I'd aim for 2 treadmill incline mornings, but I haven't been able to do that this week. I squeezed in 15 minutes on Monday, and then I've been able to squeeze in like 10-minute sessions after some of these workouts because I realized, I'm a bit early. I'd be just sitting around otherwise. So that's why I say when I'm like squeezing stuff in, I'm like, well, I could sit and look at my phone for 10 minutes, or I could hop on my mountain climber treadmill and just do 10 minutes on there. I've been able to do that. It's just not my normal like stretch where I do it all in one. And then, of course, I'm still walking after work is important. So that's kind of how I've been. Oh, and I just randomly would do yoga poses throughout the day. The joys of working from home. If you have a 15-minute break, I can do 2 yoga poses and feel pretty good about myself. So that's sort of what I'm doing. I'm sure, I guess, to the outside world, that still seems like quite a lot. But to me, it is less. And it also seems a little bit frantic. I don't necessarily think it's all that great to constantly be like, I have 3 minutes. How can I exercise? I have 4.5 minutes. What can I do? I feel like that's a little bit neurotic. And I don't necessarily want to go to that extreme, but it's just kind of how I'm trying to figure out how to go back to living like this, but in a way, I guess, that is sustainable, because I think doing it to this degree is not necessarily sustainable, because I do feel a little bit like, oh my God, what am I doing? Oh my God, I had to do this and this and this. It's just like, chill. But it's just because it's stressful. It's really, really freaking stressful to learn a new job, to just feel like you're just thrown in to this mix of stuff, and everybody around you knows what they're doing and what they're talking about, and you just sit there smiling and hope that someday you know what's going on too, because I guess that's the bottom line. Is am I coping with getting up at 4? Am I just coping with learning things and a new job and being stressed with that? Because it is very, very stressful. And normally I am in a new hire group. That's been pretty much my whole life, where I'm in a group of a bunch of other confused new people, and you bond with them, and you like trauma bond with them, and you're all kind of dumb at the same time. But for me, I'm one. I am the one. I'm the only new person. So I'm the big dumb person that's just with all the other people that know what's going on, and I don't. And so, and I also don't have anybody to cling to, because when you're in a new hire group, you do find the people to cling to. You mesh well with them. Oh, this will be my anxiety buddy. I still talk to my anxiety buddies from other jobs. I always find the other anxious person in the group, and then we bond over being anxious. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world to bond over, but whatever. But in this situation, like I said, it's all by myself. So I'm like, and because it's virtual, there's people I haven't even met in real life, because there's people from Toronto as well. I never met them, and so just like randomly messaging, this person seems nice. Maybe she'll be my anxiety. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to like squeeze yourself into like a close knit group with a small team. It's certainly a small team. Like, it's a smaller company, obviously, and slowly expanding. And I mean, I look forward to the day where I'm welcoming somebody else that's that's nervous, and I can be that comforting person to them. But as of right now, I'm kind of in desperate need of a comfort buddy, and I don't know how to find that, or I don't know. It's just I really can't wait until I'm not so freaking confused about everything that's going on, and that I hope that someday I know how to do my job. Because of right now, I have no idea how to do my job, and it's just a little bit of chaos. It's chaos in my mind, and for somebody that is very, very organized, it's a hard go. But thanks for listening to me today, guys. Bye.